Hi guys! So today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of you DM me about and ask me about, my grays. Now you're probably wondering, like right now you can't see a lot of grays and you're like, where? What is she talking about? Haha, yeah. Well, I have a lot of grays, okay? So the last couple of years I've been coloring my hair a lot, as you've seen. This is pretty much like my colors fully almost gone because I'm going in for a complete reboot and doing a new color and stuff before the trip that I'm on right now. So when you watch this, I will have fancy color in my hair. So I was actually stretching it out till I leave because what happens with your grays is your roots start showing really quickly now. So for me, it's like I think in 2-3 weeks, like my growth is really quick. So my roots start showing instantly. So I thought I'd leave it right to the end as I'm leaving for my trip to do like my full new color so that I don't have to do like a root touch up. Maybe the last 2-3 months I've done nothing. Like I haven't really colored a lot and you can see a lot of grays if I move things around. So I've stopped doing this a lot because as you can see there's a lot of grays here. Here are my tips to kind of tackle grays in between your colors, or if you're kind of delaying coloring your hair permanently also for now, like if you've just started like seeing grays and it bothers you. If it doesn't bother you, don't think about this at all, okay guys? I'm okay with it on some days, and on some days I feel like, oh, I want to conceal it, so it's a bit of a mix in my head right now. So yeah, if you're comfortable with your grays, ready to rock them, leave this video. Now, chale jao. If you are not and you just want to watch this, or you want to maybe see what works for me, then here are my tips. Okay, so my first tip before anything is figure out where your grays are, okay? So everybody's graying pattern is a little different, and as you start graying, you'll realize this. So in the last maybe 2 years, I've seen my patterns are down the middle and on this side. So this side is my least gray side, which is why this has kind of become my chosen, parting, and you mostly see my hair like this, okay? This is the quickest fix. Flip your parting or whatever if it's where it is. And let me show you why I'm saying this, okay? So if I go down the middle, can you see this? There's a lot more grays, and you can see the length of the grays as well right now because I haven't done a touch-up. Similarly here, I have a lot more grays in this pocket. So this pocket and this pocket are my main grays. So I kind of tend to leave things like this because then I can just conceal this really quickly and I don't really need to do much, and I can still kind of get on with it and stretch it for a while. I mean, someone might have grays everywhere which are more uniform and harder to conceal, but most people tend to have them in chunks like this, at least when you're starting out. This is my first hack. Flip your parting and see the one that has the least grays and leave, because this is my quick fix for when I don't want to add anything to my hair, don't want to do anything, and this is pretty much what I do most of the time. Or you've pretty much seen the videos over this month and the last month where my hair has been the same, but this is the parting I generally use unless I have concealed the other parts. Let me show you how I do that. Now let's talk about concealing. Okay, so between colors, this is what I use. I have used this for last couple of years. I remember it was in a to buy or not to buy when I said I don't need it, and I had done it on my mum. Well, the tables have turned. This is mine now. I've been using this for a couple of years, and no, this is not sponsored or anything of that sort. This is what I bought, and I buy in my ration now between colors because it's what works for me. I use the shade dark brown from L'Oreal because my hair naturally is pretty dark, and I tend to keep my roots darker even when I do like different colors and highlights. So even with my pink, my roots were like a warmer, like purple or burgundy-ish, so this would work for that. So if there's a chunk, you can obviously just directly spray it on, or you can do it more naturally with like a toothbrush or a spoolie, okay? This is like this spoolie that you use for your mascara. The same thing, you can just do like your hair like this. Let me show you. So I'm gonna start with the basic spoolie method that I use just to do this side. So when there's not a lot of grays like this, I like to keep it really natural and not do like too much because otherwise it looks fake. So I just kind of take the spoolie like this and I spray the spoolie, with the black, and then I literally take this and go over the grays that I feel are there. So I just hold my hair down, and just like how you'd apply mascara to your lashes, you're just basically applying it to the hair instead. And this obviously helps. It's easier if you clip away like the rest of the hair or whatever, so that you're not going, you know, in every direction. But this is a more natural, easy kind of way of doing it, when you don't really want a lot of like, you know, dark bits in your hair, and you don't mind like some of the grays showing. This is kind of how I do it, where you just keep seeing what part you feel it's at and you slightly conceal. Of course, this takes much longer, and this is like if you really want to do like a precision method to get like some, like there's barely 5-6 strands here, right? So if you want to do that and not have it clumpy, this is the best method. But it's faster with a toothbrush if you do have more hair, and it's also easier with a toothbrush, I think, starting out. This is very, very like precise. I'm not doing the whole thing, I'm just showing you guys different options because I try different things on different days depending on what I need. You can see here, so this is my middle part, which is solidly grey, as you can see, right? So we're gonna do a direct application for this one. Basically, what you want to do is you want to kind of take a tissue and keep that here on your forehead, so that you avoid getting any dye or stains onto your forehead, which is easily washable, but you don't really want it if you're stepping out, right? Then we're just going to spray the top. You don't want to cover your eyes because you're going to need them to kind of see. So you want to give it a nice shake and then spray it. So yeah, you can instantly see the difference. I've barely done like 2 sprays and you can see it. You need to keep looking, as I said, into a mirror or into something while you're doing this, because it's not easy otherwise. And as you can see, I've already started getting like bits of dye because I'm a little distracted right now and doing this for the camera and trying to show you guys as well. Like if you're doing the back, you don't have to bother as much. When you're doing the front, I would still say, you know, do it with a toothbrush or whatever, because this part you're bound to get like some color otherwise onto like your fingers or onto your forehead, which really isn't the nicest. The other thing is, while it's wet, you want to wipe off any excess that comes like this here. And get rid of it, because otherwise it's going to kind of settle and you're going to have a tough time like washing it off, because you'll wash off the color from your hair as well. Give it 5 minutes or so, let it dry, and then you kind of want to brush it through, because otherwise it's going to feel a lot more kadak and you're going to feel like, you know, it's a little hard. You can instantly see what a difference this has made, right? Like from so many grays to this. So once that dries, you can style your hair in whatever way you want to. The third thing I'm going to show you guys is if you are trying a hairstyle that your hair is tied up in. So for example, if you tie a ponytail or a bun and you have like a chunk of hair that's white and that's grey, or that's, you know, not working with everything. How do we work that out? So same, when I tie my hair back, you obviously see this chunk here, which is obviously more grey. The same way, you have 2 options. One is either you just take a tissue and then you just go wild and spray on that area. It's also kind of easier to do someone else's hair. So if you have someone at home that can help you with this, it's really, really easy. I know when I do my mom's, like in between her color, I get like 100% coverage because I can clearly see, and I can also cover her face and eyes and everything. Here, it's a bit like you have to kind of wing it a little bit, because you're like, oh, I can't really see, or you know, I'm not really able to clearly see everything. But this is also great for spots like these where you have baby hair and you feel like, oh, I want it to look darker. Like right now you can see it's too obvious, right? So you keep brushing it through, and if you feel like it's too excessive, even do like a one wipe swipe with your tissue, get off the excess and make it kind of more natural. Now this is going to be kadak when you kind of, you know, tie your hair and spray it like this, because it's like applying hairspray. So you can see it has that effect also, like it kind of pulls back the hair. But again, when you open your hair, if you brush it through, it should be fine. Now we're just going to do the same here for these little bits. So it does kind of, as I said, act like hairspray as well, where it kind of takes your hair back and you can secure all your hair back. And if you feel like you've missed something in the larger spray, then again, as I said, just do the usual, you know, take this guy and then go for one strand of hair that you've kind of missed. So here we have two here. Gonna go for them. So just for you to see the difference, okay, so this is all my baby hair portion. As you can see, this side we've done a darker coat deliberately, as I said, to kind of conceal more of that skin and make it more like a fuller look. This side I haven't, and you can see the difference. Can you see? Again, now this is more or less dried, okay, so just showing you guys what it's like after you open it. It will feel a little bit, as I said, cut up. It's not like got whole like hairspray. It's just that when you do it in like a bun or when your hair is tied back, it will feel like that initially, but after that, it won't feel like that at all. And when everything else fails, just put on some bright lipstick. Okay, so this is my hack that I never talk about, but basically, when I don't have time to actually conceal my grays, and in the past 1 month when I haven't had the time to conceal my grays, I usually do the parting with the least. Like right now, of course, it's concealed because I did it for you guys. And I put on a really bright lipstick, really bright, really red, like whatever, pink, orange, red, really bright colors. Because then that kind of takes the attention off your hair and onto your lips. And you're not really looking at that person's few grays or hair right now. Like right now, of course, it's concealed. But the first thing you look at when you see me on my face is my lips. So this is actually, if you have absolutely no time, use the parting with the least grays, bright lipstick. Ta-da! So guys, this is kind of how I've been dealing with my grays over the last month or two. As I said, this is not to kind of tell you guys that, oh, grays are bad or don't show your grays and hide your grays or whatever. Coloring your hair is again a personal choice, as I always say. Some people love it, some people don't love it. Like my mom is over 70 years old and she still doesn't like grey hair, like she likes to color her hair. For me, it started out with being more about fun. Like I went pink, I went red, I went, you know, like I really enjoy that process of having fun colors in my hair and doing like different things, because I didn't do that in my 20s. But now, yeah, the greys like in chunks sometimes do bother me, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, it's cool. It's part and like parcel of life and aging and so on. So yeah, this was just me sharing what I've been doing for the past month and a half, because now I'm going to have my new color and you're not really going to be seeing me doing this for a while. So I thought I should share this with you guys yeah, before. So this is something I follow, as I said, in between colors, or when I don't have time to do a root touch up and I want to conceal my grays. The days I don't want to, I do nothing. So guys, if you like this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Also comment below if you guys have any hacks to conceal your grays that you use that may help me or help everybody watching. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. It's a little different, and it's I guess it is real because this is what I really do to conceal my grays. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up, comment below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.